Hey, Ben here from the Fibreglass Factory. Just want to show you what we're doing with this race car bonnet here at the moment. So, what's happened is the customer came to us with a large section missing. He had half the bits, and he was missing this section here, which we've had to do some fabrication work on. All these bits were here. We've stitched it together and we've glassed it up today. And we're just about to rip off all the stitches and figure out where we're at with things and start to do some panel beating work on here. What I've done though, come around here, is to create this form. I've created these profiles off the other side, which I noticed has already been repaired, so hopefully he's done a good job over there, because otherwise this side would be the same as that side. I've taken profiles in lots of different directions, so that way, I've taken a profile this way, and then the arch, and then I've taken profiles this way to get that right as well. It was all measured and stuff. Doesn't have to be perfect because the customer's only using this a few more times, but we want to get it good for him. So these profiles gave me something to work with, and then I've used here a bit of aluminium flashing and sort of cut it and sort of bent it into shape so I could get the shape that I wanted, which is sort of copying the other side, so I can get it close, and then we'll panel beat the rest. We'll sort of grind it and might have to put a bit more glass in it, see how we go. So once you've finished putting the flashing, or the way that we've done it this way, I've waxed the flashing on the other side, and we've prepared the inside of all this. This has all been prepared, and then we fiberglass all inside it. So the next step now is that we're going to start to pull all the screws out, and we're going to peel off all the aluminium flashing and rip out all the cardboard. It's had a good number of hours the fiberglass to cure up, so we can keep working with it. Look at that, the aluminium is softer than the fiberglass. Alright, so this is the fiberglass underneath. Yep. So these stitches are either glued on or screwed on using hot glue, or just some self-tapping screws. It gives us our shape. As you can see, she's a bit rough, but with a bit of panel beating, she'll come up just good. What I'll also do is I'll grind over any spots that are still damaged, and I'll get rid of that as well and glass that back up. That's looking good, isn't it? Now it's important for the next stage, before you put any filler on, you got to scratch it up, because it's very smooth right now. It's taken the shape from the aluminium, and nothing would really stick to that very well. I can see some high spots in the front of there, which we'll have to hook into with the big angle grinder. I did put plenty of glass in it, so if we go through it, we'll just put a bit more glass in underneath. Not a problem. So this is an angle grinder polisher, and it takes material down very fast, which is good for roughing things out. And then after that, we're going to switch to a large orbital sander, 8-inch orbital sander. Alright, so we've ground back our glass work, so we've sort of roughed it out. I've tried to get it in shape as good as I can, and the next stage will be, I'm just going to glass a little bit over the top of some of the cracks and stuff. It's nice and solid, but You don't want any risk of it cracking where the joins are. So I'm just going to glass over some of the joins, and then after that we'll go to filler. So we've still got a tiny bit more grinding, but we're almost done with the grinding. Yeah, it's all fun. Alright, so we're at filler stage. So I've glassed around the joins, and then I've gone over it with a grinder just to sort of get rid of the dags and feather it back in. And we're about to put down some filler, which is exciting. I've got some styrene monomer here. This is a little bit cool. There's already styrene in filler. I'm just thinning it down a little bit further because the temperature's not ideal. I'm probably about 12 degrees today here, so there'll be some waiting time. 2% is recommended hardener. I reckon I've used a little bit more than that with today's weather. Now this amount of filler, I'm not going to go very far on this job. When applying filler, trying to get it in as good as you can, because that'll save work with the sander. What I like to do is I like to have a bit of filler going off all the time. So I'll put a bit down, then I'll go and mix up some more. This stuff's going off while I'm mixing the new stuff up. Alright guys, so we're at the tail end of this job here. Got about an hour and a half to go. Just been doing filler work. Filling and sanding and filling and sanding and filling and sanding. And we're pretty well done. The challenges were just getting the shapes to be symmetrical and just knowing how to go about that. Every job's a bit different. So this one's been a bit different to the others. Feel free to reach out to us if you've got any repairs you need done, or if you've got any questions about what we've done here and how to go about your own jobs. Thanks very much for watching.